Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Well, what do we have here? According to WXXV Channel 25, which covers Gulfport, Biloxi, and Pascagoula, Mississippi, the parents of Nolan Wells' friends and local officials should be expecting some lawsuits. Now, why would the good people of Mississippi who love God, church, community, family, and all of God's children be expecting a lawsuit? Well, let's get into the story. Parents of Nolan Wells' friends and local officials were reportedly sent notices of intent, informing them to expect lawsuits in connection with the investigation surrounding Nolan's death. According to their media partner, the Sun Herald, those letters were sent by Ridgeland law firm Carol Bufkin PLLC, who is working alongside civil rights attorney Ben Crump. It is unclear at this time who exactly received these letters, but we do know they instruct recipients to immediately preserve all evidence in their possession in its original form and directs those recipients to suspend any automatic deletion or overwrite functions that could destroy evidence. I ain't got no problem with that. Right now is the time to press. Turn up the heat. Smoke these uncivilized mutts out because they're withholding information. I say check them all of them. In fact, don't stop at the parents. Investigate the siblings. Any of them that got siblings, investigate. Siblings, boyfriends, girlfriends, pastors, what do you call those people, those Catholic people, the priest. Get them, talk to them. People love confessing to them. I don't know why, because they never confess unless they're even when they're in an interrogation room for messing with little kids, they never confess. It's amazing how people do that. Just go and tell all their business to a dude who supposed to have a direct connect to God or something. Anyway, but yeah, fam, this was much needed. This is much needed. I think that Mississippi has been so arrogant for so long, and they've been getting away with murder literally for so long that they still aren't taking this seriously. I think that maybe a few of the residents who might not be the hardened generational Mississippi criminal families, they may have a little problem with stomaching this investigation, right? But the rest of them, man, it's so deeply ingrained in their history. I mean, their grandmammas and pappies, their great-grandmammas and great-grandpappies, and so on and so on and so on, passed this way of life down to them, where you can behave like uncivilized mutts and get a slap on the wrist, as long as we don't think you are an absolute danger to the community. You can be a danger to the community and we'll save you, but you can't be an absolute danger to the community. And if you kill Black people, we're not going to really pursue it. That's what we are. This is a situation, this is a systemic issue we have here in Mississippi. Now, those of you who live up top on the East Coast, West Coast, hey, don't act like you're special because you're still in the United States. And they still, last time I checked, was killing people in New York City. The police were still gunning down Black men in New York City, all right, for nothing. Unarmed Black men for nothing. They were still gunning down unarmed Black men in Los Angeles and every other city in California. Last I checked, they were still gunning down Black people in every city in America. So don't be acting like you're special. That's how they get away with murder in your city, because y'all be so unprepared. Y'all be caught off guard. Like, can't believe that happened here. Yeah, it's America, man. It's America. Everything about America is cut and paste. Everything about America is cut and paste from the schools to the churches, synagogues, the mosque, shopping strips, master plan communities. You ever leave town and you go somewhere and you're like, man, it looked like the same shopping strip? It make you think you ain't drove nowhere. It makes you think that you never left town. It's cut and paste. Same thing with the police department, hospital system, all of it is cut and paste. They try something out in one city, it works, and then they replicate it in every other city. And this killing black people with impunity cut and paste ain't no different. So they're over there, they're shocked that people have the audacity to tell them to don't delete something and you're going to be investigated, you might be investigated. Now they like, man, what? Because all of the agencies cover for each other. You're not dealing with just one agency. If it was just one agency that was corrupt and everybody, all of the agencies outside of that agency were like, we're going to stand on integrity. We're going to abide by the Constitution. We took an oath to protect the people and all people of Mississippi. It's be different, but it ain't like that. One agency has one rogue person does something wrong. First of all, the people within that agency protects them first. Whether it be their colleague or their supervisors, managers, chief, whatever, they protect them first. If it gets outside of the agency, then they're protected by, the mayor's office. They're protected by the DA, right? If it gets outside of that, then they're protected by any oversight committee. It gets outside of that, they're protected by the FBI. The FBI comes in, they protect them. You see what I'm saying, fam? It's one layer after the other of protecting uncivilized mutt behavior. Criminals protecting criminals is what we're dealing with. And that's why it is so hard to get justice when there's a black person killed who's suspected of being killed by a white person. I keep hearing this, well, how come y'all don't do that when black people kill black people? Okay, listen up, super dummy. I feel sorry for your mother and your father because they should have taught you better. They should at least, at the very least, parents ain't got to produce Einsteins, but don't produce a super dummy, right? It's on your mama and your daddy first and foremost. But listen up, super dummies. The reason why you don't get all of this attention, all of this activism when black people kill each other is because if a black person kills a black person and the police know about it or suspect that they did it, they going to jail. That's why, dummy, they're going to jail. A black person kill a black person, they're going to jail. And they're not going to jail because the police like black people. They're going to jail because the police like locking up black people. That's why they're going to jail. They like to put you in the system so you can feed the beast. Pay for them attorney fees, pay for those court fees. They go in there and work for free. And then they getting paid twice. They getting paid on your body. They get a check for your body, and they put your body to work and they get another check for that. So that's why black folks don't take to the streets and do all this activism. They don't have to. Not saying that it doesn't happen. It does happen. People still do it. You just don't hear about it. The media ain't all over it, but it happens all the time. It's not as pronounced because black people who commit crimes, I don't care who it's against, The police find out about it, they going to jail. Simple as that. Dummies. Okay? You got it? That's for all you dummies. That's for you regular dummies and you outside dummies. Anyway, I think this is a brilliant move for the good side, the good people, the home team. Yeah, go after all of them. Somebody gonna break. Somebody gonna rat. See, the reason why these type of cases go unsolved is because nobody ever talks. They all get on code immediately. Boy, they get on code. Typically, when you have these type of killers, if they kill somebody within the white race, if a white person kill a white person and the police know about it, they're probably going to jail, unless it's the police and the police involved and stuff like that. Higher up, they might try to cover for them, but they're going to jail. Other than that, they might get a slap on the wrist, or they may not even acknowledge it, such as in the case of T.J. Davis. T.J. Davis, young black boy young black man in Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota. His 4 white friends go pick him up. They pick him up to go hang out. Next thing you know, TJ floating in the river. He floating in the Mississippi River in Minnesota. Yeah. Police come, put his friends in the back seat, but not to detain him, not to take him to jail, but to take him to one of the friends' daddy's house. They don't even go into the substation to get questioned. They don't even go to the station to get questioned. They go straight to the friend's house from the scene of the crime to their friend's daddy's house. Why? And get those stories together. Hey, go over that story. Get story type. Yeah. So these type of things happen all the time in America. Don't matter where you live. It does not matter. It's happening in your town. And if it hasn't happened in your town, keep waking up. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.